Good morning, friend. Erin Chase here with the Erin Chase Show. I have a brand new episode for you. We're doing something a little bit different this week. We are dual streaming. So you might be watching this over on Amazon. Good morning to my Amazon friends. You might be watching this on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you can go ahead and type the word five, just spelled out Five, into the comments, and I'll send you more information about the challenge. So let me give you a quick update on what's happening this morning. You're going to want to watch this. It's going to take me about 15 or 20 minutes to put together 6 meals for the freezer. The total that this cost me, so for these ingredients, for these freezer meal prep ingredients, was $34. I'll probably need maybe $5 to $8 more for the buns and the tortillas and the side dishes and things like that. Um, so this is really an affordable way to do dinner, and this is how I am tackling our grocery budget this year, is by doing a lot of these sort of make ahead 5 ingredient style freezer meals. So this is what I want to teach you. It's what I want to talk to you about. There's 2 things I'm super passionate about: making dinner easier for you and also making dinner more affordable for you. So I am going to tell you a little bit about the challenge. And again, if you're watching on Facebook, you can type the word five into the comments. That will not work if you're watching on Amazon. So this challenge, we've had over 25,000 people do this challenge, which is wild. And I want you to be the next one if you have not done this yet. So my dog is losing her mind. I'm sorry. That's very annoying in the background. Okay, so this is how this works. There are 3 recipes that double to make 6 meals. All of these 6 meals have less than 5 ingredients. Some of them only have 3 or 4. Plus, of course, you'll have a side dish, or like in one case, there's buns, in another case, there's tortillas, plus, fruit, veggies, chips, things like that for a side dish. So these are a fantastic way to save money on groceries, especially because it's all the same protein type. So in this case, it's all chicken meals. And if you see chicken on sale at your store, or as we discovered earlier this week at Costco, I did a little breaking news segment. The price of chicken has not changed at Costco. Maybe it's not, I don't have Sam's or BJ's memberships. You could check there. But the price for the big packs of chicken have not changed. So that's what I got. That's why this only cost me $34, because I got this big pack for 24 bucks. Plus I only needed about $10 to get these other ingredients that we're going to make these. So if you type 5 into the comments, I will message you how to sign up for this challenge. It's free to do. There is also the option after you sign up to order this bundle where I print this whole plan out for you, the recipes, the shopping list, the instructions, and the sticker labels for your bags. Real handy. And these bag holders. You're going to see these in action shortly. We have these available in our store. They're also available in our bundle. So and then also, if you're watching on Amazon, we do have a cookbook. Let me feature that product there on Amazon real quick. The cookbook is a fantastic way for you to get a lot of these types of recipes. And there are 2 of these the plan of the challenge. There's 2 of these similar plans in the back of the book. So if you're a cookbook person, this is going to be a fantastic option. So let's get into the meal prep. There's going to be a lot of teaching going on here. I'm going to just do a quick camera view swap so you can see what's going on. And we're going to put all of these meals together right now, 6 at once. So what we're going to start with is the ingredient prep. All of the My Freeze Easy freezer meal plans have the recipes, how to make them single version, how to make them double version. They also have how to, let me see if you can get this so you can see a little better, how to put all this together. So we have this ingredients that need to happen. So there's 3 things that we need to do. We need to chop this red onion. We need to open this can of crushed pineapples. I actually have 1 can because I got a larger can instead of the 2 smaller ones. And then we need to mix together the sweet chili sauce and the soy sauce. Okay, so that's the ingredient prep. Once we're finished with ingredient prep, then we will go down the list and put together these 6 meals following the bullet points. So we ingredient prep first, and then we meal prep second. So that is what we're going to dive right into. So the first thing on my list is chopping the red onion. Okay. If you want to join us and you're watching on Facebook, you can type the word 5 into the comments and I will message you information on the cookbook, on the free challenge. This is what we're doing right now, is this free challenge. Okay, so chopping the red onion. Now, the red onion is for the Hawaiian chicken sandwiches. And what we are going to do, there's really two options here. You can either add this in with the ingredients to the freezer bag, and that will cook the onion. That's what I typically do. My kids don't love raw onions. I personally prefer raw onions, but my kids do not. So I need to add these in while it's cooking. The alternative is to chop these onions and add them as sort of more of a garnish with the cooked chicken and pineapple that we're going to do. So the first recipe is this Hawaiian chicken. It's a slow cooker meal. So you're going to add all of these ingredients to the slow cooker. You can add them frozen. That's totally an option. Sorry, I'm having to like awkwardly reach over my counter here, which is why you might be wondering why I'm cutting strangely. I feel like I'm cutting awkwardly. I have to like stretch to get under the camera here. Okay, so that's the first one. So you'll see I'm prepping these as if I were going to freeze them, and I will give you the instructions for how to cook them after they've been frozen. Of course, you could do this and just put these ingredients right into the freezer, right into the slow cooker as well. That's totally an option. So this fairly large red onion is going to be used for 2 meals. Again, we're doubling meals. So this is the first on our list is done. Check it off. The challenge plan, you can sign up. It's totally free. I want you to try this out. I'm showing you how to do this so you can see how amazing this is. If you're on Facebook, you can type 5 into the comments and you'll get more information. If you're on Amazon, you can check out our 5 ingredient freezer meals cookbook. That is right there. Okay, next on the list is going to be mixing up a little bit of soy sauce with chili, sweet chili sauce. Really, this is just a simple kind of Asian chicken. So you can use any sort of Asian sauce. I actually got that question last night. Is what sauce, what alternative if I can't find sweet chili sauce? And you could just do a teriyaki. You could do really any kind of pre-prepared sauce. This is meant to be fast and simple. So this is going to be a sweet chili chicken, or if you're using a different sauce, you could do a different sauce. And we are going to put these into, I'm so sorry, my dog is so chatty today. This is a meal that we can bake later, but you can also do this in a slow cooker. That's one of the things I love about these Freeze-Easy style meals is that they're so easy to adapt and make work for other cooking methods, if you will. So this is one we will bake. I'm going to freeze this into a baggie and transfer it later to a baking dish. If you have disposable baking dishes and you want to just put this directly into a baking dish, like a foil tray, or if you have some sort of a dish that you like to freeze baked dishes in, you could do that as well. Okay, so we are going to measure the soy sauce. Now this portion-wise, we are making 2 meals of 4 servings each. So with My Freeze-Easy, we do have a program that allows you to adjust, it's an app really, 2 apps, that allows you to adjust the serving sizes and it will change all of the math in the plan for you. So it would have adjusted the ingredients in the recipe list, in the shopping list, in the instruction list. Everything gets adjusted when, if you're a member and you wanted to mix up the serving sizes. But for the challenge, that's what we have. Finally, last on our list of ingredient prep is going to be opening the crushed pineapple. Now, I'm using one 15-ounce can. The plan says to use two 8-ounce cans, but it's more or less the same amount. So I'm just going to do half into each of the bags. So we're done with this. Okay, this list right here. So let me show on Amazon real quick. We chopped the onion, we made the sauce, and we opened the pineapple. So this is going to be for 3 different meals. Okay, let me do a quick little cleanup here. And we're going to move along to the next page of instructions, which is the meal prep. So we do ingredient prep first, and then we do meal prep second. I have tried freezer cooking 100 different ways, maybe like 17 ways, but maybe not 100, but a lot of ways. And this is by far the fastest and easiest way to do this. So this is our next sheet of instructions. Again, this comes free with the challenge. If you are watching on Facebook, you can type 5 into the comments. I am dual streaming today. If you're watching on Amazon, you can search around, or you can get more information. The 5 ingredient freezer meals is tagged there on my on the video. You can get more information from the listing there. Also, I'm not hard to find. My Freezy is not hard to find. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the chicken pack that is from Costco. You can see I paid $24 for it. This is like saving money on groceries is like the big thing right now, right? Like inflation, like this, the consumer price index is up 7.2% year over year. That's a lot, my friend. It's usually like 0.5 or 1 or 0.3, or sometimes it's negative. But this year it's like way high. Okay. So we need to be doing everything that we can to kind of navigate this and fight against the inflation. And I think that these make ahead freezer meals, because what I can do is I can get 6 chicken meals. I'm not going to eat all of this week. What this does is this allows me to make chicken maybe 1 meal this week. I'm actually going to make one of these on Thursday. And then I can make one next week, the following week, the week after, when chicken's not on sale. So the idea here is get it when it's on sale, or in this case, pretty cheap from Costco. And then get it. I have meals in the freezer that I've already prepared. I'm not going to freeze it like this. I'm going to double whammy here. I'm saving money on the meat, and I'm going to turn it into freezer meals so that I'm saving money and sanity basically in the future. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is label our bags. And with the 5 ingredient challenge, it's free to download the PDF. But if you want this to be as easy as possible, we have a bundle option that you can order where I have, where did I put them? The labels. Okay, where'd they go? They got to be in this stack somewhere. I will mail you the printed out copy as well as 2 of these bag holders. You're going to see these in action in a second. And here they are, the labels. So with the labels, these meals can fit into a resealable, either plastic or silicone bag, whatever you prefer. And all I'm going to do, I'm sorry, it's hard to see this, I know. So this is an option to order the bundle, and we mail this to you. We mail you the labels already printed out. We mail you the printed out plan. We mail you the, let's see, bag holders, the set of 2 bag holders. Okay, so there is an option to do that. Challenge is free. You can download and print this plan all for yourself. But we also have this option just to set you up for success. That's one of my plans. Again, I want to make this easy and affordable for you. I promise this is as easy and affordable as I can get this for you. Okay, so now that we have the bags labeled, I'm going to set up, I do 2 meals at a time. I told you that these meals are going to double. So we're going to do 2 Hawaiian chicken sandwiches. We are going to do 2 ranch chicken tacos and 2 sweet chili chicken. Now, you didn't see anything for the ranch chicken tacos because there was literally no prep for that. All we're going to do is add chicken, ranch seasoning, taco seasoning, and some chicken stock to that. So that's going to be super fast. But I'm going to go ahead and start with these ingredients that we've already prepped just to create a little bit more room. So let me do a switcheroo so you can see a little bit better what's happening here. Okay, hit me up with some hearts or some shares. If you think that this is like the coolest thing ever and you're totally going to join the challenge, you need this in your life right now, both to make dinner easier and to make dinner more affordable. Okay, so here these are. Okay, now I'm going to add chicken first. So I'm just going to move some things around here. This is a very small space that I'm working in here, trying to keep this all contained. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the chicken from each of these packs to make the 6 meals. So there's 6 packs here. So I'm just going to use one for each pack. And I am going to very carefully, without making much of a mess as I can, because this is raw meat, so you do need to be careful for food safety purposes. And we're going to do 2 at a time here. So I'm going to kind of line these up as best I can. I know it's a little bit hard to see off of this camera here, but I'm using tongs, taking out the chicken. Now there is a little bit of juice that will be left in the bag, so just be careful. You don't want to make a mess on your counter, okay? So 2 in. Okay, that's meal number 1. And then we're going to do the same. Let me shift this around a little bit, see if you can see better. Sorry if people on Facebook are like, wait. Try not to move cameras around too much. All right. There we go. All right. Next 2. All right. So with this one, this is the shredded Hawaiian chicken. We are going to add half of this can of pineapple into each bag, about a 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce into each bag, and this red onion. So I'm just going to shift this around so that it doesn't make a mess, so that I have space to do this. Okay. Now, so we're basically going to take the ingredients we've already prepped. Now you can see why this is going to be super fast. Okay, so I'm going to do half of the red onion into each bag. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce. Oops, I'm not using my cutting board very well. Of course, keep an eye and clean any surfaces that need to be cleaned. Okay, well, we can get this out of the way. All right, a 1/4 cup of, try and get this. I have 2 cameras going here, so I want to make sure you can see everything. A 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce. I'm just going to eyeball that, but go ahead and measure it if you want to. I've made this meal many times, so I feel confident in eyeballing that. You need at least a 1/4 cup. We're not going to add any other liquid. There's quite a bit of liquid in the pineapple, and we're just doing half of the can into each bag. See how easy this is? Oh my goodness, it's so easy. And also, as this slow cooks, the chicken will release quite a bit of liquid. Okay, so these 2 meals are finished. So the shredded Hawaiian chicken sandwiches, these are slow cooker meal recipes. So what we can do is freeze this like this. I'll show you. We're going to freeze this in sort of a flat way, if you will. So I just like roll the ingredients. You can see this a little better. We're going to roll like this. I'm going to seal this up and get as much air out of there as possible. And then this way, I've got this nice little tiny cute package of perfect meal. So I'm going to freeze this like this. And then when it's time to cook this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to a bowl of just room temperature water. And that is going to allow the ingredients to thaw from the container or the baggie, depending on what kind of baggie you're using. Okay. Now, it just takes a few minutes. You can, if you're going to leave it in the water for any longer than 20 minutes, you need to put it in your fridge just for food safety, making sure that the chicken stays cold. And then from there, we can put it frozen, the frozen ball of delicious, into the slow cooker and cook on low for at least 8 hours. If you are cooking this from frozen, you need to cook it in the slow cooker at least for 8 hours. Now, if you, just wipe that up real quick. if you are going to thaw this completely in the fridge overnight or in a bowl of water in the fridge overnight, then you can just cook it as directed in the recipe or on high for 6 hours. But again, if cooking from frozen, you have to cook this at least for 8 hours on low. All right, moving along to the next two. Let's do the chicken tacos next. So I'm just going to do the next two. So we've got 2 down, we've got 4 to go. Usually putting together 6 meals like this, especially these 5 ingredient meals, really only takes me about 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. I know if you're doing this for the very first time, it might take a little bit longer in your kitchen. But again, my hope is to set you up with these fast, efficient meals. That's what My Freezy is all about, is fast and efficient. That is the name of my game. Okay, so ranch chicken tacos is going to be the chicken, a little bit of chicken stock, which you can either use a can, a box, a bouillon base. It does not matter. I'm actually going to use a bouillon base, which I did not prepare in advance. It was not on the list, but that's my choice to use bouillon base. So I'm going to get that going real quick while I get the chicken transferred in. All right, back to the chicken. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to very carefully add this last set in here. Now these are pretty large chicken breasts, so they're plenty for our family for like a shredded chicken type of a meal, or a meal that we're going to have, with, tortillas or rice or some other side dishes. Again, this is 6 meals. All of the ingredients that I'm using today cost me about $34. The chicken being the most expensive, but I got it for $2.99 a pound at Costco, and that is pretty affordable for these big packs. You might see it on sale for less at your grocery store these days, but as we all know, prices are on the rise, including especially meat prices, both beef and chicken. So just be mindful of that when you're putting together these set of meals. One of the reasons I did choose all chicken meals is because you can get them if you get the chicken on sale, or you get it at a warehouse store, like the price hasn't gone up yet, then you are saving money that way. All right, for this shredded ranch chicken tacos, it's super simple. I am going to add the bouillon base to this, like I said, because I want there to be a nice hearty sauce with this. I'm just going to mix up this base. This is just hot water. I need half a cup in each, so I'm going to do a teaspoon's worth with a cup of water. Let me mix that up real quick. And then I'm going to pour that in and then add the ranch seasoning and the taco seasoning. And this just makes a beautiful, delightful, this will take a second, hang on, I might need that whisk. A beautiful, delightful sauce that the chicken just soaks in. This is also going to be a slow cooker meal, just like the last one. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to freeze them in a little flat bundle, like you see here in the corner. We're also going to slow cook this. So this is going to be the same thing. If you can just put it into a bowl of lukewarm water, room temperature water, for 5-ish minutes, just to separate the ingredients from the bag, and then you can transfer the frozen ingredients into your slow cooker and let it cook the day away. If you're cooking from frozen, a little bit of that base got left behind. If you're cooking from frozen, you need to slow cook at least for 8 hours so that there's plenty of time for the ingredients to thaw and the chicken to cook all the way through. So my one rule with a freezer to slow cooker meal is that you cook it on low at least for 8 hours. Okay, next we need a packet of ranch and taco seasoning into each bag. I do have the larger, I do have the big boxes. We go through a lot of ranch and taco. I make my own taco seasoning a lot. I also happen to have a big box right now. So if you're measuring from this kind of deal, you need 2 tablespoons of ranch into each and 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning into each. And that's going to be all for this one. So this is, again, super fast. It's 5 ingredients: the chicken, the broth, the taco seasoning, and the ranch dressing mix. That's it. Okay. And then we'll be done with these two. And then we just have to put the chicken and the sauce together for the sweet chili chicken. And we're done. So I know that I've been a little chatty and a little trying to teach a little bit about how all this works. I want to make sure that you're set up for success so that when you do this in your kitchen, you are good to go. So these are finished. This is tacos. So we are going to go ahead and, like I said, slow cook these, bowl of warm water to thaw them out, slow cook, and then transfer to the slow cooker. I need to do another quick wipe. And then we're going to do those last two meals. So all together, this is really, I think we'll be done in 30 minutes, even with all my chatting and teaching about all this. So the last two, these are baked meals, like I said. This is a sweet chili chicken that we're going to bake. It's chicken and sort of this sweet chili plus soy sauce combination. Quick cleanup, just being extra cautious here. And we are going to be done. 6 meals, about 30 minutes, $40-ish. So $40-ish total with ingredients for the side dishes plus the ingredients. So I spent about $35, a little less than $35 for all of this here. And then I need a few more bucks. You could serve the sweet chili chicken with some rice and some broccoli. Super simple, right? Keep it simple. Green beans, whatever your side salad, whatever your favorites are. You could also serve the shredded chicken tacos, of course, with, you could do rice and beans. You could just do some tortilla chips and salsa. You could do some pico de gallo if you wanted to get a little fancier with your garnishes. Okay, I got the chicken back. We have the last two here. So, and then all we have to add here is the sauce we already mixed up. So you can see we do ingredient prep, and then it sort of becomes this assembly line style for the meal prep, okay? That's why we do it this way. It's the most efficient way to actually prep, and it's also the most efficient for us to communicate with you via our plans of how this all works. Okay, last pack that we got to get here. And this is it. So if you're curious about this challenge or you want to do this in your kitchen, I would love for you to join me. We've had over 25,000 people go through the challenge since we released this challenge. I think we started this one last year in April. And we want you to join us. We want to make dinner easier for you. If you're watching on Facebook and you type 5 into the comments, I will message you information about the challenge, the cookbook, the bag holders, all of that. If you're watching on Amazon, you can see the information there for the cookbook. These are recipes that are in my 5 ingredient freezer meals cookbook. The cookbook has a bunch of recipes as well as, so all I'm going to be doing, sorry for on Facebook, it's a little tight squeeze, the sweet chili soy sauce that we mixed, half into each bag. And the 6 meals are done. Let me just wrap these up and I'm going to do a quick recap for you. Again, 5 ingredient freezer meals. These are all chicken. Save money on chicken. Either get it on sale or get it for cheaper at a warehouse store. I know that some stores are still having chicken sales. I actually checked last week. So be paying close attention to your store and what they're offering on sale, because that is a big way to save money on groceries, is to not pay full price for meat or to get it at a kind of a medium price level by getting it at a warehouse store. In this case, I got mine at Costco. So quick recap for you. Again, on Facebook, it's 5 into the comments, F-I-V-E, and I'll message you all that information. And then we're going to do a super fast explanation and recap. Okay, so these are 6 meals, 2 meals of 3 different recipes. We did first the sweet Hawaiian chicken sandwiches. So these are going to be, position these so you can see them all as I talk about them. Okay. I know it's a little harder on Amazon, you guys. I'm sorry. I have two cameras going here. Let's try this. There, you can see these here, yeah? All right. So the sweet Hawaiian chicken sandwiches is chicken plus barbecue sauce plus red onion plus pineapple, crushed pineapple with the juices. We're going to freeze kind of in a little bundle of joy like this. And we are going to slow cook this later. So to do that, it'll be frozen. You're just going to put it into a bowl of warm water, lukewarm, room temperature, whatever, for, I don't know, 5 minutes, long enough to get the ingredients to separate from the container. Whether you're using a bag like this or a silicone bag, it doesn't matter. A few minutes to separate from the container, and then you can put it into the slow cooker frozen. You are going to slow cook on low for at least 8 hours. The food safety rules for cooking frozen meat like this with other ingredients is to cook on low for 8 hours. So that's how the Hawaiian chicken sandwiches are going to work. You can serve on buns. If you want to add cheese, you could add cheese. Side dishes, fruit, baked beans, vegetables, side salad, whatever you prefer. Whatever's cheapest, right? Okay, next is going to be the ranch chicken tacos right here. Same exact thing. We're going to be slow cooking those. So we're going to be cooking them from frozen, put them in a bowl of water for about 5 minutes to thaw the ingredients from the baggie, transfer the frozen ball of delicious tacos into the slow cooker and cook on low for 8 hours. And then the last is the sweet chili chicken. That one is a baked meal. You could slow cook that. Slow cooking ingredients that have um, a higher sugar content. The barbecue sauce will be okay because there's enough liquid in here, but sometimes the higher sugar content sauces, like the sweet chili sauce, they can tend to kind of caramelize and burn in a slow cooker. I'm not worried about that with that barbecue sauce because there's so much other liquid in there with the onions and the pineapple and the liquid that'll be released by the chicken. But the sweet chili, you can slow cook that. You might want to add about a half a cup of broth to do that, but it's written and meant to be a baked recipe. So you will need to thaw this chicken out in the fridge at least overnight or in a bowl of water overnight. And then once it's thawed, you can transfer the chicken and the sauce into a baking dish and go ahead and bake that as directed. It usually takes about 50 minutes to an hour at 350. You can serve that with rice, side salad, broccoli, whatever your preferred, egg rolls if you have egg rolls, whatever your preferred side dishes are for that. So, one final reminder. I'm going to show this to you. I can't show you the labels because I used them. The labels are in use right here. So, if you want to join us, myfreezeeasy.com/5. Or if you're watching on Facebook, type 5, F-I-V-E, into the comments, and I'll message you how to sign up for this free challenge. The challenge, you can download this PDF, print it out, and go through the meals that I just shared with you here. Also, there is an option, you do not have to, but there is an option to order the bundle where I print out this plan for you along with the sticker labels that we used here and a set of 2 of the handy dandy bag holders. There is an option to order that bundle. Of course, you do not have to do that. And if you're watching on Amazon, you can see that I have my 5-ingredient freezer meals book here tagged on this video. Of course, you can grab that. It has 2 of these similar plans in the back of the cookbook. If you want that, there's so many great recipes in that cookbook that are going to help you, week after week, making these simple 5-ingredient meals to help you save money on groceries. If you're following on Amazon, or if you're on Amazon, you can click the follow button. It's right down below the video, a little bit to the left side. It's a little gray follow button. Mandy, thank you for following. I appreciate that. And again, if you're watching on Facebook, you can go ahead and type the word 5, F-I-V-E, into the comments, friends. And thanks for bearing with my puppies. They were extra excited this morning. I'm not sure what that's about, but it is what it is. We love our furry pups, and even when they're loud in the background. So that is what I wanted to, let me do a quick, there we go. Hi. That's what I wanted to share with you. 5-ingredient freezer meals to help you spend less money on groceries and to help you get organized in the kitchen, have backup. You don't have to spend, full price for meat when it's not on sale. You've got these freezer meals already made in the kitchen. You've seen how to prep them. I've taught you how to then cook them. Go get this downloaded. It's 5 into the comments if you're watching on Facebook. Grab the cookbook if you're watching on Amazon. Linda, thanks for following. Friends, that's what I got for you this morning for the Erin Chase Show. On Facebook, I'll be live on Thursday actually making the ranch chicken tacos. So I will see you Thursday over on Facebook to put together or to actually cook from the freezer onto the dinner table, basically. That'll be Thursday morning. I hope to see you then, my friend. For now, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.